How important is peacekeeping in South Sudan?
Critically important. While peacekeeping operations will take some time to achieve the political objective that is laid out for them, like making the government stand on its own feet, conduct of elections, etc., are lofty ideals which will take a lot of time and work by a lot of people, a lot of stakeholders. But while we do that, every day we are saving lives in our protection of civilians endeavor. Every day we are saving people, especially women, boys and girls, from conflict-related sexual violence. Every day we are making humanitarian aid reach the needy. In this country there are 9.3 million people out of 13 who are dependent on some sort of an aid or the other. So it's a very important and a critical task to make aid reach them.
So you think peacekeeping remains to be an effective tool?
Absolutely. I don't think there is a more credible, more reliable, more cost-effective tool in the hands of the international community to keep peace in difficult areas, especially in places where there is no peace to keep.
How do you see the biggest security threats?
Peacekeepers are increasingly working in more volatile and complex environments. New threats are emerging. You're aware, the drone threat, the IED threat, the threat of misinformation, disinformation, hate speech and malinformation. A whole lot of new threats are emerging, while the old threats are still there. So it's a very complex and volatile threat matrix in which peacekeepers operate. And very often with their hands tied to the back. Peacekeeping intelligence is not the same as the military intelligence that is back home. We have to use absolutely the minimum and proportional lethal force available. It sort of makes the peacekeeper work within boundaries of the principles of United Nations, which by itself is a very good thing, but practically sometimes it can be difficult and therefore challenging. You need the best of peacekeepers and you need the best of their efficiency to work in these environments.
What is your top priority for the force?
Clearly, the central purpose of our mission is to protect civilians. Fortunately, in South Sudan, United Nations peacekeeping forces are not a target of any armed faction. If at all we suffer casualties, it is because of collateral damage. In such a scenario, we consider that bulk of our efforts, 90% of our efforts, can directly go towards mandate delivery.
Which area need an urgent improvement?
I would say we need to have more efficient base defense and early warning.
How would you evaluate the role and performance of the Chinese peacekeepers?
Outstanding. China has the only infantry battalion. It contributes to peacekeeping. I'm fortunate that it is in our mission. The Chinese Chinbat, which is in Juba, and which has got a specialized task of protecting the Juba city and one county that is adjacent to Juba, which is the most dangerous threat that the mission faces, is handled partly by the Chinese battalion. We also have the Chinese HMEC, which has tasks of repairing roads in a very critical area, which is very, very prone to conflict. Chinese Level 2 hospital provides medical cover to a large area. In fact, the sector West area of responsibility amongst all my sectors is the largest, and Chinese Level 2 hospital covers this large area. There are a large number of Chinese officers here, the sector commander, sector West. So is the force chief of staff, and I got a number of senior staff officers and military observers from China who are all doing a perfect job. So I value their contribution immensely. China started its peacekeeping journey in the year 1990. From there, the Chinese contribution has grown a lot. Today, it is the only P5 country which subscribes an infantry battalion to peacekeeping. It has got the largest number of peacekeepers participating in missions, in field missions from all the P5 countries. So China should continue this endeavor, should participate more and more, and should support peacekeeping endeavors the world over and be a strong source of support to peacekeepers in the field.
Thank you very much.